Peace, love, and life, family. Out here on this beautiful moon day, Monday. Just happens to be uh, the day of the new moon, actually. And it also happens to be the day of the solar eclipse. And it also happens to be what they would call with the black moon, the third new moon in a four-moon cycle. I say that with the utmost enthusiasm because now is the best time to get in touch with spirit. Even if you do it daily and you know you already in tune and everything, when the moon goes into these different transitions and these different cycles and it incorporates the sun, which when you is when you get the eclipse and they actually cross paths, and you can actually see the moon bigger than the sun at that point. And it's just amazing the energy that's going on right now, like the magnetism and everything that's taking place. I have my twin calling me this morning, early in the AM. Rather, I try to stray away from saying morning so much, just because of the vibration that it brings to be in morning is the same as saying good day. But I'm not mourning today. So, but this fine early point of the day, my twin, she called me. She's not a biological twin. I don't have one that, but she's my twin in spirit. And she called me and we're totally aligned and, hermiting more so, just staying to ourselves and going over our hermetic principles and actually applying those laws and beginning to manifest all the greatness and all the peace that and compassion, that holds everything together. And so I wanted to make sure that, right here at this beautiful park in my neighborhood, that I kind of capture some of the beauty out here and also express to you what my name means. Me being Queen, First Amendment Fitness, I didn't just pull that, out of the sky. I kind of, it was easy for me to put the title together, to entitle myself that, because first of all, I am a queen, and all the queens and kings looking at these videos know exactly what it is that I mean by that. So me, first of all, being Queen, the First Amendment, being the freedom to of speech, the freedom to express yourself, to get together and to protest and to just have a freedom of demonstrating, one's own views, one's own thoughts, and one's own essence. We have to be fit in that, which brings about the fitness part, because a lot of times we think that expressing the First Amendment right is just going about, and a lot of people think it is just verbal, but there's a lot of other ways to express your rights within that First Amendment that don't exactly entail you always talking. They have a such thing as when keeping it real goes wrong. I personally experienced that a few months back earlier this year, where I was expressing the knowledge that I had on certain subject matters dealing with law enforcement, and it would appear, to the public eye and even to myself at the moment, that I had lost that battle just by talking too much and letting them know that I knew my rights and I knew the law. So not only do you want to be, free to express yourself, but you also want to be fit in that expression and know when to speak, when not to speak, what to say, what not to say, what words to use, along with which body language and things are appropriate for the time. But then not only do you want to be, focused on expression in that sense, you also want to be expressing yourself in the sense of, how do I keep this body fit? So you see me sweating out here, like, what's she out there doing? Well, I pretty much work out on a daily basis as much as I possibly can. I stay consistent in that. So today is just a basketball day. So I'm out here at this beautiful court. I got my b-ball and my hydration pack over there, making sure I'm drinking my gallon and everything. And I'm just tossing the ball around out here by myself up under the rays of Ra and really enjoying it. I just didn't want to go further into this, into my channel, putting videos on my channel without letting people know exactly is that what the name means. People who know me personally probably be like, that's not your name. Well, I've taken on a new comedic name. Part of it entails Kinu. I'm not going to reveal the entire name until I actually take the rites of passage into becoming, the name. And we do that on January 1st at my spiritual center. So I'll go through that process, and then I'll be more comfortable and be able to, because you're not supposed to reveal your name. But Queen Kinu is a name that was given to me, by one of the high priestess of our center. And I also, like I said, I adapted, was is really Queen Kinu, not necessarily the Queen. I put the Queen on there, but Kinu is a part of my comedic name, and so, but that has nothing to do with Queen First Amendment Fitness. Just letting you guys know that that's who I am. I am Queen Kinu, and I am Queen First Amendment Fitness, and I am going to take you up on this journey with me, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, so that you can see the incline when you are knowing your rights, standing firm on your rights. I am a law major student, so I have not made it yet to law school, but my undergrad studies are based in business law. I have some, taking some courses, upcoming for constitutional law and everything to be familiarized with that as well. But that's why I'm so adamant about getting the information about the legal matters and things like that out. So a lot of the beginning videos, you'll notice it'll just be me, just talking. Some of them are very old. I'll put the actual dates up there in a minute so you can see that some of them are like 2 years old, and it's not me expressing myself or speaking to the public, because it's more so just me. It is me expressing myself, rather. Just but some of it is nonverbal expression where I'm just bobbing my head and sending good vibes through the song and letting the song speak for me. That's just how I felt at the moment. You know what I'm saying? With the words of the song are revealing to you all. And so now it'll be more so like me just coming on and actually expressing myself verbally, so that you can know the difference between keeping it real and actually exercising your First Amendment right to the best of your ability. So you want to be fit with your tongue, and you want to be fit with your body. So you don't want to be saying to yourself, oh, I'm too overweight, or I can't do this, and then you speaking all that expressive energy into the universe, and then all you gonna get back is how you're not fit, and how you don't like to run, and you don't like to work out, and all these things. So a part of the First Amendment fitness is the speech, and recognizing how you speak everything in your life into existence. Some of the best things that have happened to you have come about by the power of your thought and your tongue, and then the feeling that goes with that. So that's basically what this channel is gonna be describing and entailing. I'm not writing anything down at the moment. I'm not preparing anything specifically. I'm just getting on the camera, and I'm speaking from my spirit, and I'm letting the light just guide me until we ride this thing out, and we see how many lives could be impacted just by watching meaningful footage of individuals' reality. Because I never got into reality TV shows and things like that, nor do I aspire for people to look at my life on YouTube and say, hey, this is my reality, meaning this is their reality. No, you looking at me be expressive within my reality. You looking at me manifest and create all the beauty that's around me. I consciously decided to move out into this area, and just consciously decided to move a mile away from a park and all these other things. So you're seeing my reality be manifested, but it's kind of like a manual of how to get the things that I have for yourself. Even if it's something that you desire, you might desire something totally different, but all of that could be manifested just with knowing the power of speech, and knowing the power of staying fit within the mind, body, and spirit, keeping it all aligned. There's my body and my spirit. My mind wouldn't do so well if I hermited and stayed in the house without going outside, at least to the backyard, taking off my shoes, putting my planters into the plants, like literally taking the palms and the planters of my feet and hands and placing them in the dirt and in the soil. Like, I would not be benefiting myself if I neglected to do that. But I do need to stay away from a lot of other influences at the time, so pertinent as now, where what I mean, I'm developing a sense of who I am, and not to go back and let my First Amendment rights, me expressing my First Amendment rights, get me in pickles where I'm dealing with law, with the judicial system in a manner it's not fit to this queen. This queen is justice. I am balanced in my tongue, and in my speech, and in my activities of my life. They go together. And so I just don't want to, I don't want to go too far with expressing, myself at this point, because what's happening is the sun is beaming on my forehead, and it is delightful for me to just be out here. So I'm gonna let this phone go for a minute. I'm gonna shoot a couple more hoops over here, get my b-ball game up, get some of this sweating done, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit later on this evening about my experience over at the village in Rosamond, and what downloads I received from the universe at that point when I was sleeping up under the stars on a trampoline. So